Hello. Okay, I was in the middle of doing a tweet thing actually, so Tiled, you're gonna be hidden for a sec. Okay. Yes. I just as the starting soon screen was up, I just posted one of the stream thingies, because we're a little bit behind. I think we're a bit behind by 1 or 2 streams, so I thought I'll do that now before I go live. And I had to get the one of the marble. Had to. Because that's the best. That was the best bit of that stream. I'm actually gonna say, because my Twitter feed's a little bit, at the moment, it's a little bit heavy, so we need some light-hearted, cute stuff like the marble. I know you guys disagree that the marble's not cute, but admit it, it is. That one. Hi Zexy, how's it going? Good morning Rose, good morning chat. Happy Wednesday Zexy. How's everybody been since I last saw you all on Monday's stream? I just feel like making an announcement that marbles are the cutest. Okay, yeah, I like my own tweets, you know. Gotta give yourself a bit of self-love. Okay. I'm gonna cross the Twitter off though, because it can be a bit of a distraction. We got stuff to do. We don't want to be staring at the Twitter all day. I try to limit myself with how much I use social media. I turn Twitter off and only go on it like once a day to check things if I can. And Discord as well, I've recently started signing off Discord on my days off as well, because I just think it helps me. Hope you're well, internet hugs, yay, all the internet hugs. How you doing fam? I'm wearing my pyjama bottoms and I feel amazing for it. And Azrael was shocked that I actually have legs. I've admitted it to you all now. I've got legs. Okay. Turn this off now. Goodbye. Right. Okie dokie, guys. Yes, we have the Law Master of the Month now as well. Haven't even responded in Discord yet, so let's do that now. Yay, congrats on being our first ever Law Master. Enjoy the shiny gold. Discord. Yeah. Enjoy the shiny gold. Name colour. There we go. Comet, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to stream. Hi Andy Cake. Good morning to you all. No, it's afternoon for Andy Cake. Still feels like morning for me. Doing very well today, actually productive for the first day in a while. Yeah, GG Azrael. Have you been chilling a lot lately then? Nothing wrong with having a bit of a rest though. I mean, I'll admit it, this summer I haven't really been the most speedy or productive this summer in regards to the game work. I mean, I've still been doing it, but very, very slowly. It's because a lot's been happening this summer. Fantasia, oh my goodness, 35 months. That is amazing. That is like 1 month away from 3 whole years. Can we have some hype in chat for that huge amount of subs? Thank you, Fantasia. How are you today? And thank you so much for tagging me in that tweet the other day, by the way. I saw. I appreciate that you think I'm, you know, that awesome. That you do that. Thanks for the hype, everyone. Comic Girl, like the emotes. Thanks for joining in on the hype. Appreciate that. Hi, Pooh. Thank you for that host as well, Fantasia. I think I saw you give a host there. For some reason, it didn't come up in my alerts when someone's been hosting me lately. But oh well. I appreciate it. And Mr. Bat, what's his name again? Bat. Cumberbat, that's it. Oh my goodness, I forgot my own bat's name. I'm the worst. Right, hi Flav Creations, how you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic week. Welcome back to the stream. Alright guys, so I've finally caught up with the social media a bit. Van is gold now in the Discord because Van is the lore master of the month. I've actually added that to the Discord roles key thingy-majig. Just say in case anybody is curious what on earth all these colours mean and roles, then it's all there. As well as all our important links. Oh, I've just realised I've not even been putting the most recent tweets in news and update. I'll have to do that at some point, but I'm not going back on the Twitter today. Not yet. Alright guys, so where were we? What did we do last stream? Who remembers? Who was here? We did some dialogue stuff, didn't we? We refreshed ourselves on the very, very first, well, not really the very first scene, because the first scene is this little part here with Carol that I'm highlighting, Carol the Barrel. But it's basically what triggers the first main quest of the game, the scene with Nigel in the inn, and we were just reminding ourselves what that dialogue was, because it's been a while and we are in the process of like overhauling the maps. We've just recently overhauled the outside, all of the Everbloom Forest and Nightfall, and currently doing the same with the interiors too, because we need interiors in the game. So we made a few little changes. We had to chat about things, character development, potential character development and stuff as well. So I was meant to organise this, make it tidy before today's stream, but I didn't get around to it. So might do that today. And I want us to look at another scene, the scene later on in main quest 1 as well, and remind ourselves what that was, because I'd like to start the scenes for both of those today. Get the Nigel Buckington inn scene in, and also get the Fiona Buckington cabin scene in. I haven't done the interiors yet. I'm being very naughty this week. This is why I'm in my pyjama bottoms today, because I've put my mail. So so I've been definitely relaxing a little bit more than usual this week. But by the end of this week, or before Monday's stream, my goal is to get those interiors done, so we can do some cool stuff next week. I'm kind of hoping we can have a brainstorm stream next week, maybe with side quests. Maybe. I think that'd be a good one to start off on. I need to make sure I'm all planned in advance so that we're ready for it. So if it isn't next week, it'll definitely be the week after, but I would love it to be one of the streams next week. We do something like that. And let me catch up with chat, because I'm behind. I've been rambling again. Discord link is invalid. Oh no, Flav Creations. It's very strange how it does that, you know, because it works for some people but doesn't for others. But I see you've joined. Did you get it in the end? I would have gave you a new link, but it seems you're in. So welcome. Thanks for joining. and nerdy RPG corner of the internet. Yay. Okay, so if anyone here is here for the first time today and isn't in the Discord yet, feel free to hop on in. Discord is the place where we kind of do all the story building with Raindrop Chronicles. We have all our polls in our Discord. That's where we do the voting for the decisions we make in the game. We haven't done any in a while because we've not really been doing any new content, but it's on the agenda for this month. Well, for the whole of the fall actually, because I've actually, let's zoom in so you can see it properly. Put these little symbols in the months for, we like to keep things super organised on our Trello page. Just being distracted, Azrael says, going through the motions, let myself get caught up in shiny graphics, brought myself back down to earth and much happier, started a simple asteroids tutorial for Game Maker and already starting to expand. It will probably make a free release on itch.io when I'm done. Oh, that's super exciting. Congrats, Azrael. Let us know when it gets released as well. Or pop in the Creative Work channel if you'd like. You got caught up in shiny graphics though? Interesting. Sometimes, you know, it's very easy to. Don't be hard on yourself. We all go through these things. Try that one, Flav. Seems to be fine. Oh, thanks, Azrael, for giving Flav the Discord link. So what's the one that's broken? Is it the one in the panels that's broken, I assume? I'll have to look to see if it's a different link then and put the one that's correct in there. Me did some dialogue, robbed a bank, discussed Nigel being a coward, evaded some taxes, mentioned Fiona might be in league with the fruits and committed arson and insurance fraud. I love it, Zexo. Like, it's still very early on. Like, we've got these ideas about the brother and sister, but it's going to be so exciting to potentially just ramble about it and expand on that. And it's going to be, I'm not sure the discussion those will pop up in. I guess we would talk about them in the NPCs brainstorm, the side quest and the main plot one, to be honest. I see all of these things here, not so much the potential new features thing, but definitely the first 4 labels. They're all very much linked to each other and the same, you know, because the NPCs are basically the ones they give in the side quest, and some of them are involved in the main story and plot as well, and the world building. It's all the same, really. Yay, that one worked. Yay, pajamas. The one in the panels, yes. I'll have to make sure to change that link now, because we don't want a broken link in the panels, do we? And I need, now Van's coming, I've just remembered I need to add Baker still to the NPC list on the website. In the character forms. All these things to do. Hi Vagabond, how you doing? Welcome back to the stream. How you doing, Van and Vaga? There's a sort of ring to that. Probably because it begins with VA. How you doing, guys? Van and Vaga. Sounds like a sort of like spin-off. Like it could be a TV series. How's the Karen launch going now, Vagabond? Is that got? Are you happy with all that? It was awesome that Lacia was playing it. As soon as I looked through my following list to see who was online, I saw Lacia was on and she was playing it, and I was like, yeah, we're going in there. Because I was like, yeah, she's playing Karen, the simulator game. Oh man, it's been wild, yeah. Lacia looked like she was having a lot of fun. I couldn't properly hang out because I always go for my food straight after stream, but from the little bit I did catch, she seemed like she was having lots of fun. Alright, so it's been our highest reviewed game by a wide margin. Oh, that's fantastic. Always great to hear that. Congrats. Huge congrats. People love it a lot more than we expected. That must be an amazing feeling though, that it's gone that well. That would be so cool. Congrats. Yay. Super awesome. What's next on the agenda for you? Are you going to be working on updates to the game or starting a new project? You might have told me this already, but I'm forgetful. There's so many things we talk about every day that I forget. Okay. Yay, Comic Girl and Impatchy as well. Thank you both for joining Discord. Good to have you both here, all three of you. Oh, look at Van. You can't see because my silly screen capture doesn't show the names because it's cut off. But you can kind of see you a little bit there with your shiny gold name. Next, we're doing a game jam next week. Also got a community reward on our stream to unlock an extra level for Karen. Oh yeah, the game jam. Hi Pooh. Well, that sounds like loads of fun. Super happy for you. Hi Legmog, how you doing? Well, what do we have here? It's my Raiderino. Thanks for bringing the Raindrop Horde to my stream to loot and pillage. It was an honour. You're very welcome, Legmog. Always happy to pass the love to a dear friend, an awesome human being. How did the rest of your stream go the other day? Did it go well? How is the project going as well? The characters look really good. I like the one that you had on the screen at the time. Yes, I am gold, yay. Legmog I like your name. It is a good name because it's got Mog in it. And Mog's a very adorable creature of Final Fantasy. I don't even think that that's the reason why Legmog called himself Legmog, but I approve for that reason anyway. Why, thank you. I'm very thirsty, so having all the water. Alright, so thanks for joining, people. Thanks for joining Discord. Okay, so we're in September now. It's the first day of September. No, it's the second day of September, but it's the first stream of September anyway. So we're starting a brand new season and brand new. The leaderboard for the trivia is also at 0 now as well, everybody. And we might do a couple of questions for that trivia in stream today. So it's your opportunity to climb up that leaderboard. Now everybody's back to 0 as well. But I'm kind of thinking, yes, this doesn't have to be 100% accurate, but I kind of like it if September is when we work on tidying up all the scenes, and October maybe thinking of integrating the battle stuff back in, and then it'll leave November just for the polishing and smoothing over, and then hopefully all going well we can release the first playable build at the end of the year then. By the time we've also released it, we'll probably have had a ton of brainstorm streams on these things here, and we'll have a good idea of the next content. We can jump right in there and start adding the next content once the first playable build is at a good state. So I guess that's sort of the plan for the next few months. All thanks, yes, got a new freelance job, so I'm going to have to split my time between boring but paid work and streaming actual fun stuff. Oh my goodness, I know. You know, big mood for me there. I mean, to me, this is the fun stuff. And I'd rather not do the paid boring work just so I could work on this project. You know? Because this is where it's at. Raindrop Chronicles and streams. But congrats, Legmog. I hope it's not too boring. Might be nicer and more exciting than you think. Have some Monster Espresso, Rose. Vanilla. I had a vanilla latte yesterday. Will we be getting the first playable build at the end of the year? Who knows? Who knows? Yes. I would like to. If it ends up going all smoothly and we haven't got any horrible, weird bugs thrown at us randomly, then yes, that should be the plan. You and I are clearly cut from the same cloth. We are. We clearly are. I think we're secretly twins, to be honest. Wouldn't surprise me. Okay. Right, so we're going to get organised. This is something, because the goal for this month is getting all the scenes put in and up to a good standard. Because the way it was before on our last project file in RPG Maker, all the scenes were very disjointed. They were in there, but they were super rough around the edges and they didn't like connect with each other. So the goal is to kind of make them all flow. And yes, that's why at some point I want to get in those quest icons and markers as well, which we know you guys will be able to turn those on and off in the options menu. So that's another thing we have to do as well. We've got to make sure that works in the options menu. Those things can be turned on and off because every player is different and has like different preferences. As we know in our community, some of you love this sort of stuff, the quality of life options, and others hate it. So I'm giving you guys the best of both worlds here. And hi Muffin Man, how you doing? You just got up. Well, I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Thank you so much for stopping in my stream. I'm your morning streamer, yay. Rosie, yeah, I've already read that a bit. It's all about tutorial lessons for people who want to become nail technicians. Oh yeah, I remember you telling me that. I remember now. And then I was talking about my nails and I accidentally did a swear at you guys. I lifted my finger up and gave you the finger. I felt so bad just because of Legmog talking about the nails. I feel I can be one as a career if animation fails. I think you could too. I think you could too, Legmog. I actually feel like probably said that 2 more nail lessons have just come in. It's the gift that keeps on giving. I'll promise not to give chat the finger today though. I'll never forgive myself. Hi Niall, how you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. The memories are coming back now. I was hugely embarrassed. Massively. Alright. So I've got here the Inn Lake cabin as well as Carol's flashback of meeting the fruits, but there's way more scenes than that in reality. All the scenes we need are all here on this page. So I'm bolding and colouring white the ones that are done. So today we're going to review the dialogue. Have a look at it. We're going to start implementing some of the scenes as well. We still love you, Rosie, despite you giving us all the finger. Yes, I know you all know that with me it's always a silly accident. I'm very much that sort of person. I do things and don't realise. Just, you know, I'm big silly. I'm a derp. Red goes the finger. Reported and followed. My lawyer will be in touch. I'll never be forgiven for such a thing. It's the most awful thing a streamer could ever do. How's life? How's the game dev coming along? Slowly but surely, Niall. It's exciting, and I'm excited. I'll admit the picture game thing from last week definitely wore me out. After doing that, after that almost all-nighter that I did, trying to finish that trailer, you feel like you can sleep for a good couple of weeks after doing something like that. But the tweet itself was a decent success, and I think it was, worth it. I'll probably not make a habit out of doing something so deadline strict ever again. In the future, if I was to do something like that, I'd want to be a bit more prepared earlier. It's me with a poker face. It was a shocking turn of events. I should have clipped that. I'm wondering if I did do a clip now. Probably not. What's playing? Can resist that. But is the music of it quite, you think? That's unusual, because I actually made it louder, funnily enough. I actually made the music louder a few days ago. But it might be this track in particular that's quiet. It's probably a quieter track. That's probably why. Some of the tracks are. Were you pointing at the finger unintentionally? As if I'd ever do it on purpose, Andy Cake. As if. Maybe it's just the track. Yeah, it's definitely the track. Unless Slobs has decided to break and make the sound balk, and it's probably just the track. But yeah, I'm not going to turn it up louder, because if I do, then when a louder track comes on, your ears will blow off. So we'll keep it the way it is. Be nice to spend some time doing balancing and in manually and making the quieter tracks louder and the louder tracks quieter. But I kind of did that for some of them, but to do it for every single one take forever. I've been loving all your Rosie's Real Talk series. I crave more. Oh, people actually watch those? Well, thank you, Legmog. I wanted to do them. In all honesty, the reason I did those is because it helps me to get my thoughts out and have a good old vent, rather than just keep it all inside. So I started doing that, and I want to do more. It's hard to do them consistently because I'm so busy with the actual project work, but I definitely want to release one every now and again, because I kind of like doing them too. Take a hit of Rosie's Real Talk. But yeah, guys, if you're curious what Legmog's on about, it's on the YouTube, so they're actually there on the first playlist, and there's 3 of them so far. So, yeah. Might release another one in the next couple of months. Maybe. Alright, so I'm going to just tidy up this dialogue just a touch. It's not going to take too long to do because it's short. So we'll just move that up there. And for anybody that knows, because some of you might not, you do have the option to watch the stream in 1080p. So that would mean it should make the text a bit sharper, in all honesty, if it's blurry for you, if you're watching it in lower quality. Even if it's on a smaller screen, it still makes it reasonably sharper. So just so you know, folks, because some of you might not know that. I think you need a super good internet, don't you, to watch a stream in 1080. Not a super good internet, but a reasonably good internet. I'm looking for the grid. There we go. Are you watching 360? Oh my goodness, my face must be completely mushed sexy on your screen. And the dialogue probably would be very blurry indeed. 2, 3, 4 raindrops. You're getting there, not bad at all. Not bad at all, Vagabond. There we go. I'll add the arrows last. But yeah, I've thought about eventually moving to a different like dialogue software, because Draw.io or Diagrams.net, whatever it is, it's not too bad, but it can be a bit awkward sometimes and a little bit laggy sometimes as well. And I think Twine is one that's been mentioned. I think it's called Twine anyway. Has anyone tried that one? So maybe eventually I'll start there. Especially as we get deeper into this project, the branching and everything's going to get more complex, and it's going to be a very good idea to keep super organised. And I don't know if Draw.io is the software for that. For the real complex stuff, it could get quite messy. Is 1,000 for a random NPC? Yes, it is. It is at present indeed. It used to be 500 raindrops, but it got risen to 1,000 because people were hitting the 500 left, right, and centre. So very, very fast. So we're going to have them start to trickle in a bit more slowly now, which is ideal. Very easy to use. I tried Twine once, but it's something for making games more than just making dialogue systems, maybe. But it's something for making games more than just making dialogue systems, maybe. Oh, you mean you can actually make games in Twine? Is that what you mean? Yeah, I was using it for basic branching in a text adventure. I hear a lot of good things about Twine. I think Twine is for making text-based games. Yeah, you can make it a game, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. But we just want the software that's going to be the best organisation for a game that has a lot of branches. We just want the best thing possible, and that's one I've heard does the job well. It's a good tool, so it doesn't really matter too much if it's for something that's not relevant to what we're doing, as long as it ticks our boxes. Okay, so actually, yeah, I'm doing it fine. I thought I was doing this wrong then. Thought I had a lapse of concentration, but it's all fine. But yes, the arrows can be a bit awkward sometimes, well, and I don't know why that arrow's there. Okay, those are the optional questions. We had a chat about the optional questions thing that we've got here, and what the purpose of it is, and I think it could work potentially quite well. Like, stuff that you ask will be in the quest log, things that you don't bother asking won't be. So it's more beneficial for the players who do have the quest markers disabled, because it's kind of a little bit of detective work for them, I guess, to find the locations and information. Whereas when you do have the quest markers enabled, that will just show you anyway whether you've answered the optional questions or not. Okay, so that's all done now. We've got to just add a few extra arrows. Piece of paper and pencil, Rose. What could go wrong? A real piece of paper and pencil? Everything would go wrong. Because I'm left-handed. And my hand would be covered in black. I have bad memories of school when I had like a black hand all day because of that. Us poor left-handed people. Something that might be worth a look is Obsidian, which is like super note-taking app. Its notes done in Markdown. It's pretty quick across devices. Think with Dropbox. Yeah, I don't use Dropbox. I weirdly dislike it. But I use Google Drive. Plus, it has a web connection kind of feature where you can see everything linked together in a big web galaxy-like mapping system. Interesting. Yeah, in all honesty, anything that's like a fly thing, just exactly like you see here, would be the best thing. Something that would let you do these connections to boxes. Because it would get confusing if, say, we use something like Google Docs, because there's no way of doing this kind of visual flow thing. Do you have to use a variable or switch to make stuff appear in the quest log, or does the plugin give you that much control? Actually, Zexy, that is one thing I haven't done my research in yet of how to get working. But I'm pretty confident it's possible. It seems like a simple enough thing to pull off, but I assume it would work with variables perhaps and conditional statements. But I'll for sure be streaming or letting you guys know whenever that's implemented, because I'm kind of thinking of doing that sort of thing while doing this, that when I do the quest icons and markers stuff, I'll be working on getting all that implemented in the journal at the same time as well. Just general UI things. I think that'll be a smart thing to try and get done once we've done all the scene work before we begin the battle stuff, because we don't want to start all this intense stuff and get that all perfected when we've still got things like that to do and get implemented. Looks like it's new. Dialogue designer on Steam. Let's have a look. That looks good. Yeah, that looks like it works with game engine supporting JSON files. Oh, well, that's RPG Maker, so heavily cut into your variable limit rows. Yeah, we got to be clever about it, haven't we? I mean, I'm trying to, with switches, I'm trying to use self switches all the time now. I'm even trying to use scripted self switches instead, so I could have more self switches rather than just the 4 that RPG Maker give you. I also use self switches with scripts as well in other events, not the one that. So I try to get around things by using all these script hacks. And same with like the events in general, because we don't want to go overboard. Now we've got larger maps, we've got to be careful using too many events. So I'm trying to use things like tile IDs to trigger things instead of events, for particularly for going inside buildings, so we don't have to have an event for those things. But as for variables, it's going to be an interesting one, because we chatted about this last week, didn't we? we says with RPG Maker there is a variable limit, which sucks because we're going to need every single one. So it's going to come down to organising the variables as efficiently as possible so we don't come across any like hiccups or any problems later on where we run out. And you did give me a link, didn't you? And I've got that saved in a notepad file somewhere. If anyone can be clever about it, it's Rose. Thank you, Sexy. I'm glad you have such belief in me. There's a manual for it here. Yeah, I'm going to have a peek at that in a sec, Van, actually. 1,000 limit, there are ways around it, but it's very buggy. Yeah, we want to be careful with like breaking the database limit, because I tried to do that with the skills at one point and it made RPG Maker MV lag like crazy. But yeah, there'll be a way. It's hard to know now how I'll handle things like the journal and the what information comes up and which doesn't, when I actually haven't started that bit yet. But when the time comes, I'll be getting my brain sorted, trying to figure out an efficient method, because I'd like to, for sure, be careful. I'm trying to use as little real switches and variables as possible, so they can be saved for the important and essential things. Okay, so I'm going to just get this link up that Van sent. A branching dialogue and storylines editor for game developers designed for non-programmers. Can be used with any game engine framework. Cool. I like the UI as well. It's got the choices. If it's like super easy, like if these boxes are super easy to use and move, then I'd be interested, because the biggest problem with this app here is how it gets really messy. Like the arrows mess up. You try and copy and paste text in and it ruins the styling, and that can be quite a pain in the butt. It's only, yeah, it's not a big investment. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm going to look at the reviews and stuff and what people have said. I don't like it when people do not recommend it but don't give a reason for it. I mean, is this blank? Has no one actually said anything? Or was my browser messed up? Because I find that really awful if people don't even give an explanation for why. All of them are blank. That is lame. That is stupid. You know, people want to know why it's not recommended. No text in the reviews. The author commented to one at the very bottom. Okay, so there's some comments here now. Confused. Were they the same people? I'll have a proper read of this later. I'm gonna keep this saved. I'm gonna put that link in my notepad file. And I'll have a look. I mean, I'm not gonna be jumping on that one. I want to make sure it's good, but it definitely looks decent. So it's whatever's best out of that one and Twine, I guess. Have to look at which one's the best. Click see all reviews and then come on. I was gonna say it must have been our browsers that messed up or something then, because that would make no sense, would it, if people, like, I assumed you had to give a reason. So yeah, I'll read that properly later. Okay, so that's tidied up now. So the dialogue is: the hero walks into the inn. Oh, thank goodness, someone has finally walked in here. I need your help, honoured guest. My little sister hasn't come home. Having been crazy standing here, I tried to find her myself, but I can't leave this unattended. Then the hero says, I have a question about your sister. I mean, that could go there ideally, but I'll just leave it there for now. Okay, I think that's absolutely fine now. Like we said, if we're going to change anything, it'll probably be just expanding on the optional questions, but we can only do that once we've done future side quests and main quests, and we can their character arcs more complete, and we'll know what sort of foreshadowing and things we could potentially add in here. But those work for sure for right now, for what we know. Our negative review is there are only 2 zoom settings. Oh, it doesn't allow you to do this sort of thing then? Like where you can like zoom in like this. Apparently not. Yeah, that's things like that can be, I can understand why that would be a bit of a problem, especially when I'm screen capturing it for you guys, because I want you guys to be able to say at the right zoom level. I guess it will be having things added to it. Yeah, so I'm going to look at both. I'll probably look at that one and Twine and see which one is the best. Okay, so this is a short bit of dialogue with Carol, which still needs to be implemented as well. And now this is the cabin scene. Scene 5. Are we missing a scene? We've got 1, 2, 3 here, and we've got scene 5 here. So what's scene 4? Scene 4. Oh, scene 4 is when Fiona's at the lake, so we haven't added that dialogue yet. Eventually I'll get it added. It's not too long, but that's already been implemented anyway. And we can probably we'll do a test play in a bit, maybe later to stream, to see some of these scenes. But I'd really like to implement the in scene with Nigel and this scene with Rose in the cabin as well. And it's just a copy and paste job from the old project file, considering we already did this scene. We'll just have to tidy it up, because with the buildings are different sizes now as well. I heard you say zoom. I was thinking about the webcam chatting software, not the magnifying glass zooming. Oh really, there's a webcam chatting software called Zoom? I didn't even know. I'm not in with the webcam chats. I'm an old person. Arctic is pretty good but expensive. If you're doing a pretty standard branching narrative, it's good, but it can't really handle hyper advanced stuff like variable dependent states. Okay. Yeah, I want to kind of avoid anything that's pricey, being the zero budget frugal that I am. I don't have any money, in all honesty, so they really have to be sensible there. And next year I may have to start saving for something important as well. So I'm going to be even more careful about what I'm spending. Thank you for that follow, Dorgan. I appreciate it. £90 is too rich for me. Oh God, £90 is like insane for me. Me and Azrael, yeah. But I'm sure we'll figure something out. I mean, Draw.io's been great, but we just want to get a bit more organised about it. It's smooth on that, but can only handle something as complex as a Telltale game. Pretty handy for most games, just not good enough for me. What was the one that you used, Vagabond Dog? Because I know that your game, you said you had a lot of, like a ton of dialogue in it, I remember you saying. So I'm curious what program you used. Use nothing, just my brain. Really? Well, that's impressive. Shan't slow down the development too much, in my honest opinion. That's it. Yeah, I can see your point for sure. I guess it just depends what your approach is. What your approach to game dev is, because I'm definitely a slower person. I getting organised and planning goes further with me. I start getting confused if I rely on my brain too much. So everybody's different. That's £90 for Teams. They have it for $5.99 a month for single user licenses. See, I think paying the $5.99 a month is worse than paying £90 up front, because I despise subscription-based things. Especially, you know, in a world where subscriptions are everywhere. You can easily find yourself getting skinned if you have too many. So, yeah, I'm always very sceptical about doing the pay things per month. Just don't go there. I literally have so little going out of my account every month because I'm just such a frugal. And the only thing that I'm paying a subscription for is World Anvil, because that's super important to our project. So, subscriptions can suck you dry, yeah. I don't have a Netflix, or anything like that, or any other fancy things that everybody has nowadays. Even my phone contract is like £10 a month. And my sister's is like something like £60 a month, and I'm like, screw that. No, thank you. I mean, it's fine if you've got the money, I suppose. I don't judge anyone that wants to do that, but when you're like me and you're living off nothing, you gotta be smart. For the text adventures, I use Draw.io purely for layout. I didn't add the full text to it, just ref numbers, then just a JSON file with all the text. Oh, cool. But yeah, guys, like, feel free to let me know what programs you recommend. I'll collect the names all in a notepad file and do a bit of research. It's not anything I need to jump in immediately. I'm fine sticking with Draw.io until we finish the first playable build, I guess, because we've only got like these scenes here, these 10 scenes that are listed here, which we can't read very well because the grid's in the way. These are literally what's going to be in the first playable build when it gets released. So it's 10 scenes all in all. See, up to scene 4? No. Yes, 1 to 5 is main quest 1, and 6 to 10 is main quest 2. So I think we can manage those 10 scenes in this program fine. I mean, they're not super complicated in terms of branching right now. If we decide to add more later, then fair enough. But things will probably start getting more complex when we start doing side quests and the next set of main quests in episode 1. So by the time the first bill's out of the way and we start implementing the next scenes, yeah, we'll probably want to have something that's a little bit more organised by then. If we're talking about software, Artisy Draft is pretty useful. Yeah, that was the one mentioned, wasn't it, earlier on? The super expensive one. I mean, I'm going to still save it because my curiosity is going to make me want to look anyway. But, if it's going to be too pricey, I'll have to say no for one that's free or super cheap. Hack and Plan is an interesting one. Essentially, Trello Plus allows for character sheets, dialogue, as well as tasks and timekeeping. Trello Plus. Oh, really? There's a Trello Plus? I guess Trello Plus is something you have to pay for, I'm assuming. I'm really showing out what a fruit I have today. But guys, you gotta understand, I don't have any money. So, apart from what I get on Twitch. So, I mean, if I wanted to go get a 9 to 5 and be a bit richer, then I totally could. I'm very well within my rights to do that. I just don't want to, because as soon as I do that, bye-bye Raindrop Chronicles. Or at least the time spent on it will go down a considerable amount. And I ain't doing that. I'm passionate about this. Screw anything else. I'm happy to be a homeless person. Well, I'm not homeless because I'm looking to live in a house. But you know, I'm happy to live like that, to do my passion. I got it for dirt cheap years ago. It was useful until I needed something a bit more suitable to my style, so I went for using wiki software. Okay. I'm going to put those that are mentioned in Notepad as well. So I've got the Steam one that Van linked. I've got Artisy Draft, Trello Plus, Hack and Plan, and there's Twine as well. I mean, it has Trello's feature plus extra bits. Okay, so we got a few so far. Okay, so who here has seen the Rose in the Cabin dialogue? If you haven't, here it is. It's not that long when you look at it, actually. But I'll probably implement Nigel's first, and then we'll do that one after. Right. So let's get tiled up. Also, we could need to get RPG Maker up as well. RPG website. Frugality is valid. Heck, back when I was working 60 to 80 hours a week, I was still hacking frugal. Don't feel down just because society expects you to mindlessly consume. Yeah, it's very easy to feel like you're weird for being that way, because being surrounded, honestly, it feels like the majority of society are massive consumers and spend like crazy all the time. I know the people around me are like that. I feel like I'm the only person I know that doesn't. Yeah, I sometimes think, oh my goodness, am I just weird? But no, I feel like deep down I know that I'm very sensible. Well, it's not being sensible, in all honesty. I don't give a damn about being sensible. All I want to be able to do is do what I love in my life. And I think it's much more satisfying to live the life you want rather than just do what everybody else does, for sure. Society is a silly Billy Billy. I desperately need to reorganise my folders, I'll tell you that, because I can never find anything. Need to give it a good sort out. Okay. Yes, look, all these tile IDs. 'Cause I'm trying to do everything with tile IDs now. They look like regions, but they're not. They're actually, this is just a tile set that I'm using a common event for to find the tile ID. Which is here. So with every single transfer to a building, I'm going to use like these little grey tiles instead of events. Go away, Hoover. Can you guys hear a Hoover? A vacuum, or whatever you call them? I don't like noise. I can't work when there's noise. I'm gonna wait for it to stop. Only because you mentioned it, yes. Only because you mentioned it, yes. Oh yeah. Well, it's stopped now at least. Okay, so I want to comment my code, everybody. I said I was going to do that last stream and I never did, so... The reason being is because, say if I didn't look at all this for a while, I'd forget why I used it. So I kind of want to make a note on why this is like it is. Okay. I might do that off stream though, because I'll need to get my thinking cap on for that one. No, I'm listening for it and I don't hear it. Yeah, it was only for 10 seconds. So it's all good. Okay, so this is the inn, this one here, and I think Nigel would be standing about here. So NPCs are gonna have to be events. But I'm gonna try and be super careful with how many events I use on my maps. Super careful. But I'm definitely gonna make use of things like self switches, because we're gonna have plenty of different event pages like this over time, and instead of just using these ones, I might do scripted self switches. I think there's a way to do that, because I was on the forums looking into it, because I would want more than just A to D, I think, for certain things. Okay, so we've got his character. No, we don't have his sprite in here yet, so I'm gonna have to get it from the old folder. But we're gonna get his dialogue in here now. We'll do some test plays just this evening so far. Okay, I found it. Okay. There he is. Right, I might need to open, in fact it's probably going to be smarter to open the old project file and just copy and paste and just edit the small changes we did make, because we didn't make too many small changes with the dialogue. I'm very happy that in RPG Maker you can actually have 2 projects open at once, because it's been a blessing to do that and copy and paste things. Okay, so before, I mean, for some reason, it's not showing this in the window capture. Here we go, it should now. Maybe not. There we go. Okay, this is the old project file. And yes, our interiors are going to be a lot smaller than this in the new project file. But I'm looking at how I did it. I used way too many events before, but that's because I didn't need to worry because I had lots of smaller maps. But it just got so messy and I was always confused by what was what. That's why I want to start commenting the events so that I don't get confused. I did comment the characters though. Things might, like I did this here, things might change a little bit though with our NPCs. I don't want us to rigidly stick to those descriptions. We can alter things if we want, but we'll talk about those NPCs in another stream. Because I used 2 separate events I'm seeing here, one for Nigel himself and another to trigger the dialogue because of the count being in the way, I assume, because you can't get to Nigel. But I don't really want to have to do that. I don't have to use 2 different events if I can help it. I mean, it's not as big a deal for the interiors, I don't think, so for now I might just do that. Okay, so what was this switch? I used so many switches, so many switches in my old project file, and it was really terrible that I used them, because since then I've got more into south switches and realised how much better they are. So there's all these switches in the old project file that I'm like, no, we're not doing that. But that's to do with the icons, the quest icons and markers. So that can be ignored for now anyway, because we're going to be re-implementing those anyway. I know that feel. We're at over 3,000 in Sometimes Always Monsters. Or you also used all 999 common events. Yes, that's impressive. I'd feel really proud if I used all of them in a way where everything was very organised. I wouldn't feel proud if I just used them recklessly, because I definitely did use them recklessly in this project file that we're looking at here. I'm like, oh my goodness, what was I thinking? But it was this time last year and I was much more of a noob. I mean, I'm still a noob, but you learn as you go. I was thinking the other day, it's been a year since I started doing this on a regular basis. Because this time last year, we only had I think we was on stream 18 this time last year, and we're already on stream. We're on stream 170 something now. Time goes fast. Do the variable limits count ones you add in code or just the GUI ones? Do the variable limits count the ones you add in code or just the GUI ones? My brain's gone to much else. I can't even think what that question's asking. I apologise. I beg the heavens for an RPG Maker to add better variable sorting, but good damn, my well wishes will go unanswered for another generation. Yeah, that would be fantastic if they did that, because one thing that is a pain is having to change them around, because I like to keep things organised, but it doesn't make it easy, that's for sure, to do that. You have to do it all manually. Just the GUI ones, if you add variables via basic Ruby script, it's actually more efficient and limited. Thanks, that's what I meant, yeah. Vagabond will definitely answer that question better than me. I'm one of these people that have to sit there for 5 minutes trying to work out what a question means, because I'm silly. Okay, delete that now. Oh no, we're not going to delete from the old project file. There we go. Oh yes, so we decided to get rid of the gender specific titles, didn't we? So that can go now. So what we'll do is just put that there for now and delete that. Okay, so all these plugin commands here are to do with the quest log and when the quest gets accepted, but for now I'm going to just delete those. If I need to refer to them again, I can always just open the old project file. We'll just have it clean for now and just have the dialogue in here. Oh wow, I've just noticed something. These were the days when I used to write in the coordinates for where the dialogue box should be, because there was a weird bug with Yanvi's message box above the head thing with my Zoom plugin that I use. They weren't compatible, so I had to do it a really awful way. But now somebody did a plugin that made them compatible, so I don't have to do that anymore. So instead, all I do is put the event number instead of the coordinates. It just makes things so much easier. Because that took so long to work out. It's making me feel like, really bad memories of when I had to do that for the scenes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy Carol the Barrels as a template for now, because that's so Nigel is event 2, so if we put 2 in, then it'll just automatically, the dialog box will go above his head then. Oh no, not that one. MSG event is what we need, and 2. Hi Kong, how you doing? It's lovely to see you. How's your Wednesday going? Hope you're having a wonderful day. So I'm gonna just quickly replace the coordinate text with this much nicer, tidier event one, message event, and then any dialogue updates we need to do, we'll do. Because I know that we did change a few things. Oh my goodness. It's not deleted. There we go. Oh, we still got the gender thing there, so we'll delete that one. I'm good to wait in a silly mood, laugh like a fool with my workmates. How are you, work lurking? Oh, that's good. It's nice to be in a silly mood. Laughing is good for you. The only downfall with this message of that event thing is if the event number changes, because sometimes I have done that. I haven't, obviously you can't change the event number manually because it doesn't let you do that. But sometimes I delete the old events and copy and paste, because I don't like my events to be messy, you see. Try and keep them organised, but yeah. I wish there was a way to do that, like you say, sort and organise things like events, switches and variables. Nothing wrong with silly mood. I'm doing really well, thanks. Officially, yes, but really expanding some code on a simple asteroids game. Yay! How far are you through that one now, Surreal? I thought I did it, but I didn't. There's still these ones here. But yeah, if we can get all the scenes, those 10 scenes that are listed, if I can get those all done by the end of the month, I will be very happy, because it's a pretty big job to reorganise all them. They were a right mess, how they were in the old project file, and of course they were on our old maps as well. And you learn a lot, you learn how to do things better and not make the same mistakes again in the new scenes in the future. BRB gotta start working. Ooh, good luck, Vagabond. And again, once again, GG with Karen and the success of the game. Very good news. Sounds complicated, Maya, so I don't know more than most basic coding. Yeah, well, I'm no pro myself, Kung. The basics are all done. I'm adding some enemy ships now. I may leave it at that and move to another project. Ooh, what's the next one, Asriel? Hi, Chub Cheeks. How's it going? Having a good day, Chub. How are things? Okay, so I've tidied up the dialogue in there, but we need to make the corrections to the dialogue that we made last stream. So we'll do that, and then we'll do a test play and see how it all works in game. Don't know why we've still got the Carol bit there. Let's delete that. Also, we need to add Nigel's faces because we haven't done that yet. So it's just a simple copy and paste job. Need to just put his face over in the new project. I like the kitty, Chub. Oh yeah, I just remembered it's September today, isn't it? And it's weird this year. It's not as good anymore. Okay, so I'm just putting in his faces, guys. It doesn't actually show the pop-up on my window capture, but that is what I'm doing right now. I'm going through each of the dialogues and putting his face with each of his texts. Yeah, show off all your emotes. What is September? What is weird about it? September. Wow. Hi Zava, by the way, how are you doing? September is something Twitch do every single year. It's like a thing for Twitch where they, before, in previous years, have made the subs half price in September. I think that's what it was. They were half price. But now they're not doing it anymore. I mean, September still exists, but it's a lot more weird this year and confusing. It's not 50% off subs this year. That is one thing it isn't. Apparently they're a little bit cheaper, but I don't know. You want me to spam every emote I own? I could spend a minute just clicking every emote if you want. Show me your cutest ones. Because yeah, you probably have bazillions of emotes. That's probably very true. You'd spend the rest of your life putting them in chat. 30% off until the 8th, no 30th. Don't know where the 8th came from. Oh, so it's 30% off, okay. Yeah. Shame, considering it was 50% off last time. But you could also sub for 1, 3 or 6 months with the discount. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for saying that my bats are the cutest. Must be Chub. I just looked and the same price to jump up to tier 2. The more you support, the more you save. Save up to 30% on new channel subscriptions until 9th the 30th for all sub tiers on Twitch TV only, not available on mobile. Poor mobile. Mobile always gets the, the feel sorry for mobile. I see like 30% for continuing subs. Oh, okay then. Yeah, I saw a tweet about it a week or so ago, and everybody was super confused on how much was off on the subs, because they worded it super confusing. But it seems like that's what it is, 30% then. I'm usually on mobile. I watch 98% of streams on mobile. Oh yeah, same Kung, because usually I go in bed and I like to go on my mobile. So yeah, I hope they start doing nice things for mobile. All my cute emotes. Yeah, I see, yeah. I see my emotes there, including the Carol, Meryl and Woody one. I approve. That's because Apple and Android charge Twitch for people taking out subscriptions. How dare they? Poor me, I'm usually on mobile. Yeah. Must be Chubb. I just looked and same price to jump up to tier 2. Well done, Rose. That needed removing. Yeah, I just ban people, you know. I take no crap in this stream. I don't care that I'll have one less viewer. I mean, I just don't want bad apples in our chat. I banned someone the other day for calling me cute, because I felt very, very uncomfortable. And they told me to stop it, and nobody tells me to stop doing something, so they were banned. Didn't have a clue who they were. They'd never spoken in chat before. Just thought, yeah, I don't like you, bye-bye. How dare they? Indeed. Apple and Android control their own app store, so you have to do what they say. That's monopoly. Yeah. How dare they? I also got a booty. Didn't know if that counts as cute. Yeah, my butt emote got banned. Not by Twitch, but by Better Twitch TV. They banned it. No, you just want bad blueberries. Blueberries are adorable, Zexy, and you know it. Nice, yeah, it is nice. We're nice here, we're a nice chat. There was a comment removed. Yeah, I'll remove stuff. I absolutely will, indeed. I actually enjoy modding my own stream, because I basically am the mod of the stream as well as the streamer. Because if I played games, if I played video games on stream, it'd be completely different. I'd actually need moderators for that, because it's almost impossible to play a game and mod your stream and, you know, time out people and ban them, because you'd die in the game, wouldn't you? Imagine if I was playing Dark Souls and I was in the middle of a boss and a troll came in. But with this, the nature of this project, it's like I'm here. My mouse is right here. It's a lot easier. People often come steamrolling channels expecting to just say or do whatever they want half the time, not even saying hello first. Yeah, and I just ban them, because I'm not one of these streamers that will give second chances, because once you've shown what you like, it's very unlikely you're going to change your ways. So I'm not going to look at that person in the same way again, even if they apologise. So they're just gone, lost cause in my opinion. So anybody that comes in and is like super awesome like you guys have been, these are the people we want here in this community. I don't stream to deal with butt faces. Life's too short, we ain't got time for that. That's how they get you. They lure you in with the blueberry hat and cute little eyes, and then bam, blueberries have taken over the forest. You love blueberry really sexy. I think you do, because you're always talking about blueberry and how cute he is. Same. Hi Coda, how you doing? It's good to see you. Hi Locan. Well, greetings from Scotland. Greetings from England with me as well. Good to meet you, fellow neighbour. Sorry, did you call them lost balls? I probably sounded like that. Probably did with my accent, to be honest. Have I ever been creepy? No, because you'd have been banned a long time ago, Chub, if you were. Trust me. The fact you're still here today, you know, so it speaks volumes. It means you're fabulous. Anybody that's here, it's because they're fabulous. I don't want to hang out with DBS. What's DBS, Kung? She just called me awesome. I'm out of here, just kidding. You a chill to hang out with. I'm liking your vibe. Thank you. Appreciate the compliment. I'll always call you guys awesome, so accept it. You accept being told nice things, chat, from me. So good riddance. Good to see you, Rose. What are we doing today? More interiors or dialogue? Or a bit of both, Coda. We kind of, this month, it's going to be a mixture of like smoothing over and polishing all the old scenes we've done, getting them implemented on the improved maps, new project file, and that'll involve, you know, just generally looking over the dialogue, improving the scenes, doing test plays of it all, making sure it's all working, and then we'll start adding all the quest markers, the quest journals, and all the extra things. And it'll be literally there for the first playable build, then it'll just be the battle stuff then from that point forward that needs adding. And we'll be doing a few brainstorm streams this month as well, in between all that, for the new content, so we can get excited about what's to come. Might have one next week. First time viewer here, what's all this about then? Looks interesting. She's making a game. Project. Yeah, thank you Azriel for giving that command out. If you want to have a little nosy, Locan or anyone who else who's hanging out here for the first time today, then the website's right there. There's an FAQ on the website that answers the common questions, but if you have anything you want to ask, feel free to. Douchebags. Oh, I wondered what that was an abbreviation for. I was like, what's DBS mean? Because I'm I suck at understanding what things mean. Damage per second. LOL, that's the one. Yeah. And at the end of the day, none of us like it. I don't like it. It's disruptive to me as a streamer to see silly people in chat, and the community don't like it either. We all just get annoyed by that, so why would we want them here? That's the thing. So they're gonna just be gone. Simple as that. They'll just be gone. Where is that accent from? England, Arthur. I'm from England. I hate hanging out with dirty blue snakes. Yeah, that's what it must have meant. Just clean them snakes. I always like to queue as a DBS. Yeah. That's what I thought, Chub, actually. At first I was like, DPS in MMOs, because I'm a nerd. It's a bottom left corner at the internet accent. Yeah. I live in the bottom left corner. That's where I'm from. That's where I live in the world. Alright, so what we're doing, right, was editing Nigel's dialogue, weren't we? So, let's get, might have to put this dialogue on my other monitor though. So I'm going to just check all this over, this marked scene 2 here, and make sure it's all updated. So yeah, these are all the scenes we're working on, guys. This little list we've got here is what we're working on implementing. Anything that's white means it's done. All these scenes were basically done on the old project file. So it's not going to be too much of a job to do them. It's all just a copy and paste job and just tidying up. And yes, I'm hoping when the weekend's finished I can get a few more of these done. Do you have a link to view the dialogue flowchart? I think I do actually. So yeah, this one isn't too bad. It's not as messy as I thought actually. I thought it was going to be a right mess, but looking at it, it's quite nice and tidy. And this particular doc has scene 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 and 7 in it. So there's a few missing scenes for some reason. But eventually they'll get all added in. But eventually I want to switch to a brand new software that's more appropriate for dialogue flows and branching eventually. After we've done the first playable build and start doing even more scenes, we'll definitely want something better. But let me see, because I think I've got the command on the bot actually for dialogue. But I don't know if this link would work anymore. It's been there for a while. But yeah, you guys, of course, definitely should say. Could not connect, yeah. You know, something I think would be really cool, I've just realised actually. I'd love a program that allowed us to easily implement these dialogue flows into our World Anvil articles, because the Lore Bible, you know, is where everybody should be going to find out stuff. We want everything all in one place after all. And I have seen on other people's Lore Bibles dialogue trees similar to this that have been embedded, and I'm curious how they did it. I'm going to look into that because I think that would be quite cool. So the only problem with using a fancy piece of software or program is that I don't know if we'd be able to embed it onto our Lore Bible. That's the thing. If we use something like some of the programs mentioned earlier. So that is definitely something I've realised that could be cool, because then you guys can easily see the dialogue then that we're doing and what we're currently working on and what hasn't been done yet or needs to be implemented. There is actually something that can do that. Oh, what's that, Niall? And Shader Pix, thank you so much for those 20 bitters. I appreciate that. You are first of the month, brand new leaderboard. So, GJ, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you for the hype, Zava. Draw.io can export as a JSON, I believe. So then you get a text file with all the information in it. Then it's a matter of porting that into RPG Maker. Oh, so Draw.io actually can do that, because that's pretty nifty, because I didn't realise it would do that. But can it be embedded into World Anvil? I just think it'd be so good if we could do that, because Zava asked the question, is there a link to this? And instead of making all these different links, it'd be so much easier if it could just be embedded into the Lore Bible. So I'm going to be thinking about a way to do that, actually. Get some of these scenes embedded into the Lore Bible. So, of course, that might affect what program we end up using, because I'm going to be reluctant to switch to anything that won't allow us to do that. Because this is a community project at the end of the day, we want you guys to be able to see the dialogue in the easiest way possible, without it being super confusing and having everything in separate places and loads of different links and screenshots randomly over the internet, when we could just have it on the Lore Bible. And well, I only use Draw.io for URDs and stuff, but it can export. It's just a matter of taking that exported data and get it to whatever software you need, similar to how you can export Trello boards. Okay, Because, yeah, the exporting thing is one thing, and that's definitely good. But I'm going to look into it, because I've seen people do it on World Anvil. So I know it's possible, but it might be a little bit confusing. Never used Law Bible, so I don't know how it handles data. Yeah. But no worries. I'll look into that off stream, because it's going to be one of those, like, research heavy things. But if I can work on getting these little dialogue flows into Law Bible, then it's going to be so much easier for you all to see the dialogue, and I think that'll be really handy for this as a community project. Okay. But now I want to know how to do it. Now I'm like super curious. So give me a sec, guys, because I'm like, I want to know how to do this now. And I'll show you the, because I've got Google up at the moment and I'm not showing it, but if I find something cool, I'll show you. I'm trying to find that embedded dialogue, but I can't find it. But I swear someone said that was Draw.io. But yeah, I'm still not sure I want to use Draw.io forever, that's the thing. If I dove into World Anvil, perhaps I could find a method for you, but alas, I barely used it myself. I use a different system. Yeah, I'm sure there's definitely a way. Just one of those things that you have to look into. But no worries, Niall. I appreciate all the stuff you do know and have helped us with. I mean, it'd be pretty cool if we directly used World Anvil to do it, but I don't know if they do, if they have a flow dialogue system thing on theirs. Because the more I'm thinking about it, the more I think we should just use World Anvil for everything rather than loads of different separate programs. But whether it would be good in doing branching dialogue, I don't know. Let's look into it. Self-hosted GitLab handles my project's workflow wiki resources. Niall definitely knows his stuff. That's for sure. I might as well get this up so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. I mean, there's something like this. I don't know if this is for what we want now. I'm gonna look into it because I think this would be cool. I'd rather spend time on streams, like, you know, doing things like this sometimes than the actual game dev, because I struggle to get super into focus mode on streams sometimes. It can be hard to actually do the work, which I've said many a time, because it's so chatty and interactive. Multitasking's hard, but, like, you know, spending time doing something like this could be very beneficial. Massive computer nerd, same. I'm getting my master's in CS right now, actually. Oh my goodness, I'm surrounded by absolute pros. Content trees are a way to bed in any location. I'm wondering what, because this might be something you'd need a higher subscription for, but I recently did upgrade my subscription, so who knows. I don't know if this, I mean, this looks like definitely flow sort of stuff. It looks like it, I don't know if it's for dialogue. They're interactive, that's pretty nice. Yeah, it looks like it's more for, like, world building stuff rather than dialogue, but I want to see someone who done dialogue in World Anvil. I mean, surely someone has. So I'm gonna Google it. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Coda Pill, Chuck. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Thanks for stopping by. How have you been, Chuck? It's good to see you. Hi, National, the Rose Rainblood mug. What about the Rose Rainblood mug? What's the Rose Rainblood mug been doing? That's in my store. That is actually. I almost forgot about it. New sub. You bought one? How come I haven't seen it? Oh my goodness, did that alert come up? Oh my goodness, why hasn't it told me? Thank you, Azriel, as well. So thanks, Chuck and Azriel, for being awesome. Chuck for gifting a sub, and for Azriel for buying a mug. Can we have some hype in chat, everybody? I appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, guys. And I want to see a picture of it as well when it comes. I'm actually really lucky to have the time right now. My hubby is working full-time while I get to take classes full-time, so he's really supportive of me. Oh, that's amazing to hear. That's super lovely, Zava. I'm happy for you. Support is important. And how's the game coming along? And you're welcome, Coda. Not too bad, Chuck. Not too bad. We're looking at a first playable build later this year. So yes, for episode 1. Episode 1 is probably going to be another year or 2 of development, I'd say, but it's worth spending the extra time on because we want it to be awesome. I'd rather spend extra time on it, an extra 6 months, extra year of development, if it means it's going to be even better. As I've said many a times, there's no timer pressure on this for me. I'll post on Discord when it arrives. Yeah, that's fantastic, Azriel. Thank you so much. Hey, did you ever play Xenoblade like you wanted? Oh, I played some of it, but then life distracted me, but I was really enjoying it. I heard the remake come out, like a remaster, so was that good? That was on the Switch, wasn't it? Because if that's as good as the original, then I'd play that one, but if not, then I'll play the original. That's great, I'm looking forward to it. Yay, thank you. Remaster on the Switch, graphics overhaul, just replayed the remaster, it's fantastic. Yeah, that's good to hear. I'd be inclined to give that one a go because I do own a Switch. so I could easily do that. But yeah, I wanted to check first that the remaster was good, because sometimes they're not always amazing with other games, so it's good to know that it was with that one. Lots of quality of life improvements over the originals. That's really good. I really liked what I did play. So yes, I should try that. Yeah, everybody should play it. It's definitely one that's always been priority for me to play. It's always just hard getting round to games for me lately. Plus it comes with a 10 to 20 hours story. Epilogue story, that's cool. Probably my game of all time, honestly. Yeah, I understand why. The world building's fantastic in that game. It's definitely a very intriguing one. And thank you for the hype, everybody, as well. Can't remember if I thanked you all for it. I always forget. So at the moment, we're just sidetracking a bit. We were working a bit on putting scenes together. But I'm kind of intrigued at the moment about what World Anvil can do, because we use World Anvil for our lore Bible. Let me give you all a link to it. So that will send you there, folks, if you haven't seen it yet. It is on our website as well. There's a link to it on there. But if you want to get to it faster, there it is. I'm kind of researching now to see if there's a way to get dialogue flows into World Anvil easily, or if we can even directly do it in World Anvil even. I don't know if the Google Images is going to tell me much. Yeah, dialogue might be a bit specific. That's why I put photos in, because I thought maybe. And all we got was this one, content trees, which definitely seemed interesting. I don't think that one's relevant. I might actually just open World Anvil and look directly in there myself. Might be easier. See what we can do. I mean, does it let you put Twine stuff in? I don't know, because Twine's a separate app, isn't it? It's a separate application, so I don't know whether that would be possible. That's the thing. Be probably more possible with Draw.io, because that's an internet app. I think Twine's a desktop app. I should have saved that lore Bible I found that did embed something that did look like Draw.io. But I've lost it. Oh wow, it's that good. Yeah, Chuck raves about Xenoblade Chronicles. Always talks about it. For me, it has the feel of a large MMORPG, but in a single player game, really good. And that's just based on the Wii version. Yeah, I think that Azrael, as you described, is really cool. I think having that open world sort of feeling, where it hides that illusion of being linear, is kind of really a cool thing. I believe they have an internet-based option too. Oh, do they? Yeah, I was thinking it might be more impossible to bed it into World Anvil if it was internet-based as an app for embedding. Only because I saw someone have it on their actual lore bible, and I hoped that googling World Anvil in Embed I'd find something about that, but I've not had any luck so far. Let's have a look. I'm going to click a few of these. We'll find it. And I want to do it now rather than off stream, because I don't want to waste my precious off stream time when I could actually be doing the development. So it's probably going to be just easier to do this now that we've mentioned it. I know what this is. I mean, if you can embed 360 images, then I'm sure you can embed what we're trying to do. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to just look, because we're on World Anvil here. I'm like imagining that we could do something like, you know, the story so far section where we've got episode part 1, episode, we could like easily embed the dialogue here maybe. Or even in a separate article entirely, but it could link off this. And we can continue to do that. That'd be really cool, because then you guys can easily find what our dialogue is, and if we continued that throughout, that would be really cool. If you find the lore bible of the other person, you could inspect the page, the browser development tool, and see how they did it. Yeah, exactly, Zay, but that's why I hoped I'd find it, because that might have helped to figure out how to do it ourselves. I'm never mess around. What's manuscripts? I don't know if that would be what we want, but I'm gonna Google. I want to see some pictures, because World Anvil has a ton of features, in all honesty. It has a lot, so it's just we want to make the most of them, you know, considering I'm subscribed. There could be some really cool things we could be missing out on. The manuscript thing might be more for novels, from what I'm seeing, rather than dialogue flows. But I was curious. I was like, oh, what's that? Maybe in your browser history, do you remember? Oh gosh, it was a while ago. It was back when we first found World Anvil, which was probably around the spring. So I wouldn't be able to put a date on it. Kind of just hoping we'll somehow figure it out. Content tree. The content tree is interesting though. We could always make use of that. Let's have a mess around with one of those. But the content trees would be a way for us to directly put our dialogue into World Anvil without needing to embed it. So that's always an option, but I'm not 100% sure it's like, oh, it would work as we want. So only trying and experimenting will make us see if it will or not. Oh, embed into article, embed interactive chart, embeds textual. I'm pretty clueless on what's happening here, but why is it sending me up there when I'm trying to? Oh, I think that's copying the link. That's why. I get it now. Thought that meant it would let us embed things. So what are you trying to find? Absolutely no idea, in all honesty, Van. We just want a good way to get our dialogue on the Law Bible. Whether we use World Anvil directly to do that, instead of Draw.io, for example, just do it all on World Anvil instead. Whether there's a way to do it directly in here, or whether there's a way to embed the dialogue flows from the program we use, whether that's Draw.io, Twine, or any of the others mentioned. But I'm not sure whether there is a way. So it's just experimenting at the moment to figure out the best approach for doing this. I'm not sure if this is the one, actually. It seems it doesn't work as I thought it might.
Greetings and to create.
Because I saw this and I thought instantly, let's get it up. I saw the flowers and I was like, yeah, that's what we want. But it seems like it's more for articles than dialogue. I think you need to actually link it with articles, so it might not be appropriate for what we're trying to do. So we might need to go for the embedding idea if we can't directly do it in World Anvil. I want to delete that one, that test though. Don't put it there. Settings, delete. Is it right to delete this? Yeah, there we go. If you want to continue with Draw.io, this might be helpful. Oh, thank you, Zava. Has that link broke for us? Rightio, it's been nice chilling, but I've got to bounce. It's time to employ your word. No, thank you for all your help, and you have a good rest of your day. Hopefully we'll figure this out next stream. I won't have it any other way. See you Friday. Take care. Yes, Friday's the next stream. And I'd love to get the dialogue put in World Anvil for you all for next time. And then that way you can actually see it all. You guys will actually be able to see it all in an easy way. Okay, so this is Draw.io and it's saying how to embed. Right. So there is a way to do it. Looks like there's a lot to read though. But there is a way. But thank you very much for that link. That will help. At the moment, because we was talking earlier in the stream saying that I probably won't want to stick in Draw.io forever because it can be a bit awkward sometimes, especially as the branching's going to get more complex. I wondered whether it would be a good long-term solution for us. I was very tempted to move to a program that was a bit more dialogue tree specializing in that, like Twine or something similar. The only problem with something like Twine or anything similar to that though is whether it would even be possible to do this sort of embedding in that, because I know very little about that program. See you, Niall. Guess so, maybe copy and paste it. I googled how to embed Draw.io content into a website. Awesome. So it's an iframe, that's easy then. I did realise you were just trying to embed like that, yeah. I probably made it sound way more confusing than it actually is, because I'm not a techie person, as you know. So yeah, that is literally it. Iframe. So is there an easy way? Again, I'm trying to figure out where the iframe actually is without needing to follow the instructions right now, because I can't read instructions when I'm streaming. But I'm going to keep that tab open for later, so it'll be super handy later. But I might have to read the instructions to know where the iframe is. There's so much to read, so much. Bounces away. I just take a screenshot and paste the image. That does make sense and is very logical, but my only concern for doing that is when we get very long conversations with loads of branches. We'd have to make so many different screenshots, and it would be pretty time consuming. So overall, an embedding thing would be more, you know, a lot easier, because we can get a little square on World Anvil, and you guys can zoom in and out and drag and stuff. I'm imagining that's how it would work, and it'd just be faster. For something like a super short conversation like the ones we've got right here, it'd be easy to just screenshot that, but in the long term that could be, yeah. So I'm going to Google if Twine can embed Twine. Only because, you know, that's the one that we'll probably move to, if any, considering that's the free option. Twine's free, isn't it? You don't have to pay for Twine or have a subscription to use Twine. Embed in website. Suppose, yeah, that, well, that's WordPress. We want it for World Anvil, but nothing will probably come up if I type in World Anvil. That's the thing. You can export as HTML. There's more help on Twine if you want to embed with that someday. I googled how to embed Twine content into a website. That's positive then. Knowing it'll work for that makes me feel okay, because Draw.io is just for now. You know, we've talked about potentially moving over, so it's fine to do the Draw.io embedding for now, of course, while that's the one we're using. But eventually, when we start adding more content after our first playable build, using something like Twine probably would be more sensible. I'm still looking at doing it natively in World Anvil. I mean, that would be great if there was a way to literally do that kind of thing in World Anvil that you can do in Twine, but I don't know if it's a thing for them. I'd have to spend a little bit of time really looking into their features. Basically, it's just making a bunch of connected web pages in HTML. A bunch, that sounds quite complex. It sounds the same as taking a bunch of screenshots and putting them in directly. Is it time consuming, Van? You could just put it up on your website and put a link up at World Anvil. Yeah, I want to avoid doing it on my website ideally, because it's just the maintenance work, pain in the ass. and we want as little as that as possible, considering we're developing a game and all my energy needs to go into that. So the easier we can make it on ourselves, things like this extra maintenance work, we want to do the easiest thing possible. And a simple embed of this is the easiest thing, isn't it? Simple embed in the Lore Bible. And the Lore Bible, I want it in there because it's just, that's where everything's going to be. I ain't forking out £100 a year for something we're going to barely use. So, you know, we're going to definitely make the most of this World Anvil thing because it's wonderful. It's a wonderful tool. Between all the nerds you have here in chat, we will find ways to make it work for you. Yeah, I'm very lucky. Very lucky to have such knowledgeable people here. Well, we'll see when you export from Twine, you're not exporting the dialogue tree view, it exports the story view. You would be able to click through the story and make choices. Yeah. Which could be okay, but it could also be misleading for people, and they might think that we got an actual story here, like that kind of thing. That's good for testing. It could work. I mean, I don't know because I've not used Twine enough to know how it even is. So, well, yeah. So, but as long as we know that if embedding's a common thing that most programs do, then that'll sort of make me feel more okay. Because we wouldn't want to like just get like loving this idea and then find out we can't do it with the next program we switch to, and then we're stuck with Draw.io forever and ever. Because yeah, Draw.io it's very it takes too long to use, in my opinion. Moving all the boxes, typing in text, it's just very time consuming. And I'm sure something like Twine would be a lot easier. It looks like both Twine and Draw.io can be embedded in different ways. That's good news. That's good news, guys. I'm going to have a look. I'd love to see if we can do an embed today. We can embed this all here into our Lore Bible today just for a test and just to see if it works, then that'll be great. So where's here it is. You spend, yeah, exactly, Van, and that is ultimately what's making me think we've got to make that switch eventually, before we start getting deep into it, because it's going to be a nightmare. And because this is a community project, and I love getting the dialogue all set out like this before we jump into the RPG Maker editor and putting it in game, because it's much easier for us all to make edits this way and to view it. If I directly just put the dialogue into the RPG Maker editor, it wouldn't be very visual for us all, and it'd be mixed in with a bunch of code and messy stuff, because you've all seen how the dialogue looks, haven't you, in RPG Maker? It basically looks like this that you see here right now, and it's not the most beautiful, is it, how it's presented, especially with all these forward slashes, message grows, auto, forward slash, all these little code bits. It's not viewable, it's not attractive or appealing to consume and read that text. So 100% I love the approach we've got of getting all the dialogue presented in a nice visual way for us all to read before we jump in, because generally we make a few edits on this before we're happy with putting it into RPG Maker anyway, so we can get the dialogue as good as it can possibly be first. And for that reason, drawing has been great, because it does look nice, it's presented nice, and we can see it all on stream. We can zoom in easily, but it's just very, very, like you say, Van. It takes too long. It takes too long. I like something where I can do what I've done in a quarter of the time, or even less than that. I'm out for today. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care, Muffin. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you. And I hope you have a good rest of your week. But what were we doing? Yeah, I'm getting like frightened off by reading these instructions. That's what it is. File embed HTML. Okay, so that's easy. File. Where's embed? Embed HTML. There's also iframe. Maybe iframe's the one we want. The dialogue. If the diagram is not public, a Google account is required to view the link. No. I want everyone to see it. Blooming Google accounts. Bye, Muffin Mancer. Bye-bye. Yeah, that height might be a bit big. Let's say, I assume the bot, like, you'll be able to move around, so it will make it a bit smaller for now. I don't know. Yeah, let's just leave it at that, because this is just a test for now. Okay, so copy. World Anvil. I'm going to go into a random article and see. Episode 1. I assume I can't just copy the embedded code like that. It's not going to be that easy, is it? Okay, so something's come up, but it says it's a error page. I can say I am pretty sure I have seen somebody, as I said earlier, do this embedding on their own little Bible, so I'm pretty sure it's very possible to do in World Anvil. So I might have to Google World Anvil embed just to get a bit of knowledge on that. Embedding, okay. There's something about embedding here, so let's go down to that. I mean, yeah, embedding the videos was easy. I've already done that. It's a podcast. That's like, it looks like it's embedding for specific things. Embedding should be easy, yeah. Because I did try and it came up with a 404 error thing. So I'm wondering if there's an actual way to do this. Iframe is what we're after. If I do the finding and put iframe in, yeah, nothing's come up. World Anvil iframe. Okay, I noticed World Anvil, there's an option on the character page. I just sheet, and one of the default sheet templates is an iframe option. Allowing you to add reusable table iframes. Yeah, it's been mentioned then, so coal block. Okay, code block lets you. I mean, this isn't even World Anvil. Jesus Christ! It's Anvil Homes. It's a complete different thing altogether. That was me thinking this was World Anvil. It's bloody Anvil Homes. Okay, right, so one thing we could always do is go to the World Anvil Discord and Google iframe. Google, search iframe. Go to World Anvil and find the stat block and sheets. Oh, have you looked, man? Hang on, I've got so many tabs. Okay. Stat block, there we go. I'm here. I'm here. Well, there you should be able to add the embed code, iframe code from Draw.io, really. It'll be a dream come true at this point if it works. Create new sheet. So I'm going to say iframe. There's iframe. Oh my god, I don't want to get my hopes up. Test. View sheet. This is where I found it. Thank you. You found that fast. Okay. Because it says that's where we put the URL. So I'm assuming I've done it right because I've just stuck the iframe in there. I can always read that link if sent me, Van, if I get stuck. But I'm hoping I can just do it easily without having to learn. Bad request. Yeah. It doesn't like the iframe thing I've got. Maybe I've done it wrong. I mean, all I did was copy that exactly. But I must have done something wrong, clearly. You didn't do it right. What have I done wrong? This is me showing everybody today how awful I am at techie stuff. Or anything that involves overly complex, techie stuff. But it's not really complex. I bet it's easy. Go back, okay. Why is this mess? I just want to do it. This is why I don't like doing stuff on stream. I'm so self-conscious because I expose myself for being a noob. Don't like it. But I didn't know what else to do today, in all honesty, because I want to do this. You don't just put iframe in page. Okay, so what do I do? I'm going to just look at that link you sent, to be honest, because I'm going to get a lot further if I actually look and see. Because you know I'm like with instructions, I can't do it. I'm going to ban it from in the future. I'm going to ban streams where I have to do stuff. Okay? That's going to get banned. Hi Rex, by the way, I'm sorry I didn't say hi. I'm getting all stressed. Then what would you do on stream? Talk. Do nothing but ramble. Just talk my head off all for 3 hours at each stream. That's easy. That's super easy for me to do. Okay, so I did do that, but then something went wrong afterwards. Let's delete that one. Okay, so that bit's easy, but this is where I get stuck now. What the hell? I understand. What the freak does that mean? Find text over the answer. As soon, like, I'll tell you what I mean. As soon as I see this, a ton of text, and also it's not bloody showing up. As soon as I see a ton of text, my brain just does that. And I want to get to sleep. That's what it does. It's okay. This one refers to G-Drive, but it does the same thing as Draw Rayo stuff. Guys, this is proof that if I can make a game, anybody can. Because look at what a dirt face I am. I think I'm proving it all the time on a regular basis. It's a short answer and really quick. Okay. Generic web page diagrams, which I'm pretty sure I did. I've got a bazillion tabs open here, and I don't know what I'm even clicking. There we go. Put in the share link to your G Drive file. Fill out the rest as necessary. So this URL, this page URL section here, I put in the wrong thing basically. It wasn't meant to be the iframe. It was meant to be something else. Am I right? Copy. Hopefully that's the right one now. If it isn't, I'll scream. Okay, save. What's going on? Read the rest of how to do. Yeah, I assumed it wouldn't be that easy. Back on the page. Where it lists all your blocks, you can then click a string of numbers next to the block's title to copy that. It should come out like, is this an image? Okay, yeah, that's what we want. Back on the page where it lists all your blocks. What bloody blocks? What other blocks? I don't even know. I'm just confused because it's not probably obvious, but like I don't get it. Just never do. Sheetless, is that it? Is this what it means by blocks? Okay, is that it? Is that the block ID? Finally, I'm starting to get it. Simply paste this into the article where you would like to embed your file. Okay. So that's copied it. And I think we said we'd do it here as a test. Got an itchy eye. You got this, whereas I hate it. I hate doing stuff like this on stream, so I'm gonna make it a ban. A complete never do it again thing, just for my own sanity, because it's not enjoyable. I mean, it will be when I finally do it and it's there, but doing it is awful. Didn't work. I don't understand why it's like refusing to connect. Because I did do it exactly how I should. Like, I copied the link, right? Anyone with the link can view this, yeah? It's so hard not being to reach for you, Montana. I know, and I think that's why I don't like it as well, because it's not just frustrating for me, but it's frustrating for chat having to watch me struggle. Like, that isn't fun for you guys to watch either. There's ways to do that that are like team viewer, lol. So yeah, I thought that would work, but should we get rid of the view sharing bit? I don't know if it likes that. It's not frustrating, we just want to cheer you on, but I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just at this point confused. Because we're getting that there instead of our draw IO thing. I mean, we did it, we've embedded it, it's here. But it's just the link itself, it seems. This is part we in chat also don't know how to do, so we are learning with you. You know, it'll be good when it works. I hoped it would be easier. That's why I wanted to do it on stream. So I was like, how cool would it be if we can get the dialogue in World Anvil? We can embed it. And I naively thought it would be a 2-second job. But it's never that easy. I'm not sure what else there is other than the embed or a link. I doubt that would work if we put that in. But honestly, how cool would it be if it worked? Like, imagine how cool it would be if that had the dialogue in it instead of that sad face with that page with a sad face. I mean, it'd only be there temporarily. I'd delete it right after because I'd want to do it properly. But at least we know it'd work. Might have to read this again. What did it say? What's the drive? Google refused to connect. I'm going to copy that. Embed didn't work and sharing didn't work. So I don't know. I'm hoping someone else had the same issue and sorted it. That's why I copied that. We're in dinner now, so I'll be lurking most of the stream. Thanks for today, Rose. Was fun as always. Bye, thanks. Take care, Con. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully we can get this working soon. That'll be good news if we do. Yeah, maybe draw is a little bit too specific. Maybe it's because of permission. Maybe that's why it's not letting us see. Which is lame, if so. But it did say something like that before, didn't it? That you need to have a Google account or something to see. Which really would be nice if that wasn't the case. So if this is what Draw does, it doesn't let you view things, then we better go into another program. But I might be giving up too early. Because maybe there is a way. Nobody's helping with this, like, nobody on the support thread knows anything. Believe you have a YouTube account. Yeah, and I have a Google account, so I should be able to view. So really that shouldn't be the problem here. It's just weird. Why does everything have to be so confusing? Like every single thing is confusing or doesn't work. Okay, so try this. Grab that iframe code. Okay. Okay, so just copy that, which I've done. Go into Old Anvil and create a generic article as a test. Okay, so not the stat block thing we was doing then. I just want to go in the article, please. There we go. Because confusion makes you more likely people pay for the software with easy issue. No, they'll never make me give in, Zach. So never. I'll never get my money. Because computers think differently than humans, that's why it's confusing. Yeah, how dare they? How dare the computers do that? Then paste the code onto, okay, paste in that area. And now I don't know where that is because I've gone in the article. So yeah, I'm going to delete it and do it again so I can actually find that again. There. Test. Yeah, it comes up like that in which it did before, just a 450 error thing, and for some reason it just like that in world on the preview. Richard, thank you so much for the 12 months. That's a year. That's amazing. Let's have some hype in chat for that whole year of being a sub. How are you doing, Richard? Good to see you. Paste it in the area content. They've changed things. They've changed things. Okay, so that it's still the same, I think. Let's put it in every single box, shall we? I don't know if it's made a difference. Looks the same to me. BB code, what's that? See, this is what a noob I am. I don't know what BB code is, so that tells you everything, doesn't it, about how not tech savvy I am. Thank you for the hype, Rex, and myself as well. I was like, someone else did hype, and I looked and I saw it was me. Let me look at something up. Thank you. Thanks for your help. I mean, this is just a real pain for all of us here, in all honesty. If we get it working, then that'll be incredible, because we'll have an easy way to show off the dialogue for us all. I'll actually make special articles for it. I'm not going to just stick it in like here. I'll do something cool with it if we can get it working. BB is blended Bluetooth. No, BB is Blueberry's XA. It's Blueberry, your favourite. BB code is the code used by bulletin boards that were often referred to as web forums. Yeah, I'm familiar with the term. I'm just like, yeah, whatever about it whenever I've seen it. Okay, on BB code you should use this type of bracket, not the... Okay. So. Where were we? Here. So does that mean we have to get rid of every single arrow and replace it with a square bracket? Or just the edges? Those ones, because there's more here. Okay, so just the two outside parts, I assume. I'm hoping. Okay, is that messed up, that iframe code? Because it seemed to. Oh, both. Okay, good. Because that was what I wasn't sure about. I was like, now maybe it'll work. Save. I don't think it likes us very much. I think it doesn't like Raindrop Chronicles. It's not wanting to work for us, is it? It's saying, yeah, you're not having your dialogue on here. That's not going to happen, buddy. You're not going to get what you want. Careful, type with your phone. The stream's glitching. Oh no. Okay, so take out the formatting. Okay, so what do you mean by formatting? Just so I don't... the style bit, you mean? Because I don't want to get rid of anything I shouldn't, because then it definitely won't work, will it? If you say yes to that bit I've highlighted, then yeah, I'll delete it. But I don't want to delete it because I might do it wrong. Oh, right, okay. So should we just do this iframe and then just stick the link in? Maybe that'll work. Or do we actually need part of the iframe link? Because I'm not sure what part of the link we need. It's just a bunch of mess to me, all that in there is. I mean, I can see the link. Maybe we just want that. But it's a bit long, isn't it? Is that all what we want? All of that? The G drive link? Okay. So not the iframe link then, just the I assume you mean the share link. I always think that if it's going to work, it'll come up in the visual view. And when it doesn't come up in the visual view, I'm like, yeah, it's going to just be like text like it is there. It's so strange. I mean, we got the World Anvil Discord. I've searched iframe to see if anyone else has tried to do this. Anyone know how to embed an iframe link in an article? I can't seem to figure out the syntax. So what I've got up here is like someone trying to do a similar thing to me, I think, here. I'm glad that I'm not the only one who's confused. I don't know whether the stat blocks and sheets is the only way to get it to show, because it seems like a generic article isn't giving us much luck. I know. Looks like that's what's going to go in now. I don't know. What should we do? Should we move back to the stat blocks? Or should we just try and put what they said in here? Which is, well, they've used the triangles. Triangles, you know. I don't know what else to... Triangles. Just look at that last picture. This. No, the next one. I'm utterly confused. This one, okay. Anchor FM? I don't know what that is. That must be another website. That must be what they're using instead of Draw.io, I assume. But at least our link looks normal. Like an actual normal link. Unlike this one. Look at the what text? This? I'm confused. I don't think I'm going to process anything right now. Brain's mush. I mean the text between the two images on Discord, okay? So we just need, it's as simple as just putting the link, the iframe link, into that stat block thing. I don't even know if I've still got that up. Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's see. I'm not even sure anything's going to work now. I'm not going to get my hopes up for anything because it seems so confusing. I don't trust that link, to be honest. I think it's long and confusing. Sorry, unable to open this file at present. Please check the address and try again. But at least it knows it's Google Drive. That's something. That's better than the page with the sad face. But I've probably done the link wrong. I'm assuming. But I just copied what was in the iframe in between the speech marks. I thought that might be it. Take the link in between the iframe from Draw.io and hopefully that works. One step closer. So what the question is, what is wrong now? Because I think I've done it right. Like, what's this? Why is there two HTTPs? What is this? Delete that one first. Oh, is that how it's meant to be? It's worked! I don't believe this. This is a dream. This is a dream. This isn't real. It's too good to be true. No. Hang on, let me just say this. Is that all it was? Because there was literally an extra HTTP. And I deleted that and then it worked. It's like, it seems like easy, doesn't it, when you finally do it? But when you're doing it, it's like the hardest thing ever. That's how it is for me anyway. Okay. But is it working in here? Head on desk, yeah. Okay, it looks dreadful though, because it's so small. But it's cool because you can zoom in. But what I'm going to do, I'm planning on getting this organised better. So each scene is on one individual page. Because no one's going to want to like... That's a bit intimidating, isn't it? Seeing it like that. So I'm going to get it better organised and eventually get them in. At least we know now. Thank you for the hype, Xavier. It's easy, it should be, I mean, that should be basic thing in their documentation. Good grief. Yeah, it's tech stuff. It's a silly thing. Okay, I'm gonna delete this for now because I don't want it in this particular article. I want to be a bit more organised about it. But I need to make sure I'm not going to forget how we did this. So what part of the link was that? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to remember. I've got 50 tabs open. right now. I don't know what I'm clicking on. Okay, so viewerdiagrams.net is the start. I think it's literally just that, but something went wrong with it the first time I copied it. Maybe. Take a clip from this Twitch session and don't lose it. Yeah, don't worry guys, I keep my VODs, so that's not going to go anywhere. Put them all up on the YouTube, so we've got it. We've got all the evidence, but thank you if you are doing a clip, that helps. Because then at least I don't have to look through the whole VOD, but it's going to be virtually at the end of the stream anyway, so it should be easy enough to find. And we are like getting close to the end of the stream time. So yeah, this stream was a bit of a one of those streams where you get trying to fix things. Not the most exciting of our wonderful streams in the world, but it's productive. We've figured something out. It's going to benefit us not doing this, I think. So yeah, let's be happy. Living on Edge, how's it going? Thank you so much for the sub. 25 months. With the cute, adorable cat cake emote as well, I say. Let's have some hype in chat. How are you doing, Edge? It's awesome to see you. Hope you're doing well. Alright. I'm going to delete this because I don't want it in our Lord Bible messing it up, but I know what to do now. And if I forget, then I can look at the VOD or the clip. And I think we accidentally made an article we shouldn't have as well, so let's delete that as well. I want to keep our Lord Bible nice and tidy. Glad I was able to stop in today. Got to celebrate September with us. Oh, thank you very much, Living on Edge. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you for the hype, everybody. I'm very tired. I'm very, very tired because that. So I'm gonna head off now. We're virtually at the end of stream anyway. But yes, what is on the cards between now and Friday? Just carrying on, I guess. Might even get some scenes in World Anvil. Might even do that, but I might focus on actual game dev stuff. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I might do it. Oh my gosh, nearly 1,000 raindrops. That's awesome, Edge. That's awesome. Nearly 1,000. Are you excited? So where were we in regards to the RPG Maker stuff? Yeah, we were just getting in Nigel's dialogue until we got distracted with the World Anvil embedding thing. Always excited to become a storm. Yay. Do you want to see how many I've got? Look at me. I'm not even the top rank, but I'm getting close now. I need virtually the same amount of raindrops Edge has to become the highest rank in this stream. How cool is that? I am position 0 on the leaderboard. I am a 0. Oh my goodness. Number